The weather forecast said it was going to be nothing but sunshine today. And we woke up to lots of fog. When I woke up about an hour ago, you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see the ocean. It was so socked in. And well, it looks like today's going to turn out to be a pretty damn good day. Welcome to the mountains here in Port Alberni, BC. My plan this morning is to make some breakfast, enjoy this view for a little bit, and then we are going to take off and go explore this incredible area. All right, we're making ourselves a little bacon and eggs. It was a hard decision between pancakes and bacon and eggs. Bacon won. Oh, Cruzy's barking. What are you barking at, buddy? Come on, back to camp. Let's go. Back to camp. I don't see anything. Dogs are pretty smart. We're gonna grab that bear spray. Bears are usually pretty decent around here. It's the cougars that I worry about. Still yet to see a cougar, but Vancouver Island has probably one of the most densest cougar populations anywhere. It's very uncommon that Cruz barks at camp. Come on, Cruzy, I'm gonna put you inside, let's go. All right, bacon, eggs, and bear spray. Cruz is in there looking at me like, what the heck, Dad? Just trying to protect you, pal. It's a little chilly out here this morning. Doing it with gloves on is not easy. You can hear the mill over there, like a log sort, whatever that is. Oh, I broke that one. Bummer. I suck at making eggs. Come on, maybe we'll find a better one. Come on, up, up. I think I just lied to my dog. I'm really not too sure if there's a better spot than this one. It's turned out to be a pretty rad day. All that fog is all cleared up. What's up, weirdos? Good back there? Everything's good? Why does sunshine make everything in here just light up? Like, you feel top of the world today. Yesterday too, it's the weather, man. It's gotta be that vitamin D. I wish taking the vitamin D would actually give you this feeling, because my gosh, this sunshine is amazing. So the map showed that this road goes to a dead end, but we're gonna cruise up here and kind of see what's around the corner, because you never know. Well, this branch doesn't really go anywhere. Never know. When I set out on this day, I had an image in my head on what this was all gonna look like. We're gonna go on a backcountry drive, find a nice little spot by the lake, sit in the wide open sunshine, and just chill for the day. Did I find that spot? Yeah. Did I find a couple of those spots? Kind of, but I didn't stay there. I should learn by now not to have a projection on what my day's gonna look like. Damn it, we're in the backcountry. For me, today was a whole lot of roaming through an epic mountain range way out here in the backcountry. And I even got gas at a gas station way the heck out here in the middle of nowhere. And damn, let me tell you, most expensive fuel I've ever paid my whole life. That's a campground. Look at the moss. Those trees are so fuzzy. That is so cool. So coming into here was the very first spot that I found that fit the image that I had for the day. My gosh, it looks beautiful in here. And did I stay here? No. Looking back, I probably should have.
Right here.
It's perfect. Big view, nothing but sunshine on the camp spot. That'd have been a good spot, but I didn't stay there because it was right by this road. And I would have had to have kept Cruz on leash or just kept a good eye on him because I don't want someone to go ripping by here and the dog be in the way. And well, I don't want to talk about that story. But in my head, I always have this thought. There's going to be something better just around the corner. And to be honest, sometimes there's not. With all this sunshine, I don't want to be in the shade like this, but it's a beautiful spot. Yeah, the sign says no campfires here. This water is so clean. That's pretty damn incredible. This water is so clean. As much as this was a cool potential, it's too in the shade. These trees are awesome. This is awesome. So fuzzy. It's a freaking jungle in here. Look at this. This looks like a shrub. But it's not. It's just a bunch of skinny little branches covered in moss. Like that looks like a huge shrub. All that is just the little branch that comes off the bottom there, and all the little branches on it are covered in stuff. Bet you if you strip this naked, there'd be nothing there but a couple of sticks. Oh, the color. Wow. That's incredible. That's an old school sticker. That sticker has been there for probably 5 years. Look how good a shape it's still in. That's wicked. We're pulling into the indigenous community up here, and they have a small corner store and a gas station. And the sign back there says they only have unleaded fuel. But I did see a diesel gas pump, so if you're out this way, maybe they got diesel, not really too sure. But I got here, the gas was super expensive, but they were really friendly. I wonder if this corner store's got fuel. Being way out here, I always wonder. Oh, the pumps are on. It's super expensive, but it keeps us out here exploring a little bit. We'll take it. Well, at least we can have a bit more fun out there. That gas was $2.49 per liter. That was fun though. I don't think I've ever spent that much on fuel before, but it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. Yeah, there's just a small indigenous community out here. The police station is in a single wide trailer. I don't know if it's a legit police station, but that's funny. time I was up this way, it was so hot outside. Cruzy was overheating. It is kind of nasty. So I got to get my external fuel tanks fixed up. They only worked a couple of times and then they broke. So I'm going to have Daryl take a look at them and see if we can rework it and fix why they leaked. So they leaked gasoline all over the place. And I don't know if a hose popped off or something like that, but we're going to have to take a look at that before we do any bigger, like actual traveling in the van. That requires the external fuel tank. So we got to get that stuff fixed up. I was like, what is that coming off the road? That's steam. I slow down. I'm like, what the heck is that? Before I came out here into the mountain range, I took a good look at my backcountry maps, and there's a couple of main Forest Service roads out here that wind all the way from one community to another. Like you can enter in at Port Alberni, BC and end up in Port Renfrew, BC, or over in Lake Cowichan. These roads go back here a long way. And then off the main Forest Service roads, they branch off everywhere and snake all through these mountains. It'd be super easy to get lost out here. But the farther we drove today, the more I just wanted to continue to drive. There wasn't as many lakes out here as I was hoping for, but this backcountry drive just had me hooked. All I wanted to do today was just continue to drive, trying to find that epic camp spot that was in my head when I left my morning spot, which I should have just stayed at because it was perfect. But right here, I pulled up to this lake thinking this was it. But as the sun starts to set, these mountains get more and more beautiful with every minute that passes. And I couldn't stop adventuring. Today, we continued on and full sent it all the way back to cell phone service. Oh, this road's washed out. Myself a quick lunch here. I was thinking about staying at this spot tonight, but the Starlink's not doing too well over here and I really need an internet connection this evening, so we are probably going to move on down the road after we make lunch. The Starlink is pointed right at the trees. It's not having a good time over here at all, so we're gonna have to move to somewhere else. And these days, the need for an internet connection for this guy is vitally important now that we've got the new company running. I need to at least stay connected for a handful of hours every single day, and tonight just happens to be the night. Sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it in the afternoon, but that little thing on the ground there allows me to do what I do out here and still run a company back over there somewhere. So much fallen stuff on the road back here. All these banks are just eroding. This is like the third one like this I've driven through. Careful, buddy, there's a ditch on one side. There's a ditch on one side, careful. Oh, there's a giant hole in the road. Please don't cave in on me. Whoa. 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 How safe are you to drive on? That's not very wide. Oh. sketchy. That was super sketchy. I just figured, throttle out, baby, just throttle out. Cruzy, the earth is swallowing itself. You should have seen the big... Cruz, I think your tongue's broken. Is your tongue broken? As we're driving into the evening and the sun's starting to set, it's the golden hour. Things just look way more beautiful during sunrise and sunset. These valleys look bigger. Man, this was beautiful. But the farther I drive, my dream of a camp spot for the day starts to diminish. Boy, am I glad that gate's open. That would have sucked to get out that far and the gate's locked. I just got a spec of cell service. We full sent it. There's Lake Cowichan. That's a pretty big lake. This road's changed a little bit. I don't know if we can get in here. Oh, someone dumped a pile of garbage in here. Come on, people. Why you gotta do that? What the heck? Way to wreck a nice spot. Yeah, last time I was here, you could totally see the lake. All these trees were like way smaller. Ah, screw it. I think we're just gonna head back to town. We're 5 minutes away anyway. I don't want Cruzy to get into all that garbage because he will. He'll be down there pulling out teddy bears and stuff like that. This is the end of the dirt. We are back on the pavement. I like this area. Welcome to Lake Cowichan. Made a little pit stop to dump the garbage and damn, look at the van. This thing looks like it's had a ton of fun. Holy crap. The muffler held up good. It's covered in dirt, but she held up good. So a bunch of people had asked over the last stack of videos, whatever happened to my external fuel tanks? So before we left on our big summer trip the other year, we put an external fuel tank in here, actually 2 of them, and they broke the second time I was using them. There was this tank here, I think. One of these hoses up here that run into the tank broke. I think it was this one for sure. Broke and dripped all the way down here. It was pouring down off the frame, pouring down off of here. I think the gas was sloshing back and forth in it. So I think one of these hoses or fittings broke on the top of it. So that is definitely something that we got to get fixed before we take off on any really big adventures. I got to fix that broken piece of coating. I'm surprised that thing didn't fall up in the bush today. Well, maybe the mud will hold it on there. That's a pretty nice evening. I think that's a little dam right there. I think that's what that is. Oh, this is the cutest little Lordco. Look at the little Lordco Auto Parts. Anyway, everybody, thanks for rolling along with me today. It was a lot of driving out there. I had an absolute blast just exploring. Honestly, my favorite part was this. I got to draw all these lines. So I recorded my track all day today. So I got to record all these little purple lines today. Everywhere we drove. We drove all this way today. Another track added to my ever-growing map of purple back roads I've already driven. You know you had a good last couple of days when the van looks like that though. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video today, and we're gonna let you guys go. Where am I going tonight? I have no idea. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace out.